Thank you very much, Ms. Priyanka Chaturvedi, for joining us here on the Times Now Nari Shakti Conclave. First things first, do you miss being in Parliament when such a momentous debate is happening? We don't know whether the bill will pass or not, but do you feel like, your voice could have been heard?
No, my voice isn't silenced just because I'm not inside the Parliament. I continue to speak. And having said that, I'm glad I was part of a reservation that we cleared, a historic reservation that we cleared, which made space for women. I do not want to be part of a system which has been created to link it to something which will deny women that reservation. So I'm glad in a way that I'm speaking outside the Parliament and getting my voice heard rather than being inside and having to make choices which were actually not in alignment with what I think and how I think.
So tell me, this latest Gazette notification which the government has put out past midnight yesterday, which operationalizes the law which was passed when you were a member of Parliament, the government is saying that, look, let's follow the process. This is the original option, option A. Let's have the delimitation, let's have the census, let's have the delimitation, and then we'll implement 33% reservations.
So exactly what the bill says, and clearly says census and delimitation. It doesn't speak about adding seats inside the Parliament. That is what is happening. And then you had linked it to the next census after the bill is passed, which is the 2026 census. It should have started earlier, 2024. It's long overdue since 2021. So now they're saying, no, we won't be able to complete the process. So let's go back to 2011. Now, even the 2011 is 15 years ago. Yeah. So we need to have figures, so that is what is the problem. And the second problem would definitely be, Zaka, you could have taken the opposition along, you could have spoken about what is in your mind, how are you planning to implement it. Even now, the bill as it comes, it doesn't speak about proportional representation, which Amit Shah ji reassured on the floor of the House. But similarly, when Telangana and Andhra Pradesh were being carved out, they were both committed a special status. Was it implemented? No. So what is written is what is implementable, and that is what is being opposed.
I'll come to that in 1 second, but I want to speak about, this notification from last night and the other option which the government, as you said, the Home Minister mentioned in Parliament yesterday. So the government is basically saying, look, we can implement 1/3 reservation for women on 543, which means 180 male MPs will lose their seats, or we're giving you option B, we will raise the size of the Lok Sabha to 850 so that nobody loses out, and we will continue implementing women's reservation. Why is option B not a better one?
No, option B isn't a better one simply because I'll give you my state's example. If I look at the 2011 census, we would in the new parliament have 79 seats, 79. But if I look at the proportional representation, which is being promised by words, not in the bill, we get to 72. So we are losing out on 7 seats. Similarly, many other states. But what is it doing? It's now trying to bring a proportionate representation which is not promised. I would say, why don't you implement, even when we were talking in 2023, when the 73rd and 74th Amendment was cleared, it was implementable immediately and implementable on the existing number of seats. Why are you trying to change that equation?
No, but that bill particularly said it will happen after a census, after a delimitation, and then 1/3 reservation will be implemented.
Delimitation has happened, for example, in Assam, a delimitation happened. But it did not add seats, right, at the table.
Yes.
It just did a redrawing of all the boundaries. Similarly, delimitation exercise will happen, but in terms of delimitation and census, adding seats, in the parliament would become problematic for the southern states because they have consistently reduced their population.
So, this is what the Home Minister also claimed yesterday in Parliament. He gave the examples of all 5 southern states. Karnataka currently has 28 seats. It goes up to 42 as weightage of the total Lok Sabha. Currently it's 5.15. It goes to 5.14. Tamil Nadu, which is the state where I've seen the most opposition to this, 39 seats currently. Their weightage is 7.18. It goes up to 59 seats at weightage of 7.23. So this argument that the southern states lose out is not holding up.
No, again, they are now being very economical with the truth. They are now looking at, okay, these are the states that would see a representation increase or percentage increase. But what about the northeastern states? What about the state of Maharashtra? So that is something, so give us a map, what he's read out selectively given to the media yesterday, and it was floating around everywhere. Show all the states, how will it impact every single state? I think what you can do is that you say that whatever percentage of you had in terms of the weightage that you had, in terms of percentage value, we will continue with that.
No, but when they do delimitation, that will reduce. As you said, it will reduce for the southern states, it may reduce for Maharashtra because these states have done well on population. So to circumvent that, the Home Minister's proposal, the government's proposal is, let's increase the size of the pie.
Let me be very clear. You don't need to circumvent anything to bring in women's reservation. Be very clear about it. Women were promised that they would have 33% representation in the parliament, a long-holding commitment that we have made to the women. Instead of implementing in 24, we are implementing it in 29. That has to be done as is. Why are we going on continuously linking it? We can go and change the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, bring an amendment and say we are delinking it from the census and delimitation.
So,
have the women out there in the parliament. These are excuses to not have women in the parliament.
So, for example, if they were to do the delimitation, the census and the delimitation, if a state like Maharashtra loses out, as you said, if it loses number of seats, isn't that detrimental also to the state? In the case of your state, it is detrimental if it loses seats.
Now, again, we're talking from deduction of seats. I'm talking about existing number of seats. If the intention is to bring women and, shatter those glass ceilings, do it now. Do it as is. Get us the 33%.